In the bottom left corner of South Africa, a short drive from the capital of the Western Cape Province, Cape Town, there lives an artistic prodigy that is shaking up the global art scene.
It doesn't matter whether you like her art, what matters is that she clearly is an artist.
With her colorful, abstract paintings.
She sold incredible artwork for £20,000.
Meet Pigcasso.
Hi, I'm Joanne Lefson, founder, director of Farm Sanctuary SA here in the beautiful winelands countryside of Franschhoek in South Africa, and I work closely with Pigcasso to create amazing artworks.
Sorry, can I ask if you can do it one more time? The chickens were outshining me.
Okay.
As you may already be able to tell, this is the home of many animals.
We rescue farm animals from industrialized farming practices or slaughterhouses. We have about 200 animals here, and it's a humble sanctuary, but it's a very unique and special place, and it's really just a place for them to live out their lives with empathy and compassion, and for people to come and engage and interact with them, and just to inspire a kinder, more sustainable world for everyone.
It all started because Joanne had always wanted to rescue a farm animal.
Walked into a hog farm, spoke to the manager and basically said, listen, I need to acquire 2 pigs. He said, right, go for it. And it was a case of literally running in the dirtiest, most depressing concrete building where they keep, thousands of pigs, literally trying to catch a pig. But that's how I managed to acquire a little piglet that I would ultimately call Pigcasso.
Once Joanne had her chosen piglet, she wanted to make her feel right at home.
So when Pigcasso arrived at the sanctuary, I wanted to keep her entertained. So the barn had just been completed. There were some old brushes lying in the stall, and I just thought, let me throw in some tennis balls, which I had, some golf balls, a soccer ball was also lying around, and these dirty old brushes that were lying. And Pigcasso literally ate or destroyed everything that I gave her except these brushes. She kind of played with them. She was curious with them. And I just started thinking, like, maybe there's something in this, And it was really using some positive reinforcement and encouraging her to pick up the brush and walk towards the canvas. And I can tell you, it didn't take long before, it was being dipped in paint and she was dancing these brushes across the canvas.
From then on, Pigcasso took to painting like a duck to water.
So Pigcasso is the only one that ever paints on the canvas. So it's really up to her what she's going to paint. We usually paint early in the morning. She is always eager to paint, always ready to paint. And she sets up, she has a bit of a snack, and then she walks towards the canvas. She picks up the brush, always on her own accord, and then she does a couple of strokes, and then we'll have a little snack, and she comes back, and so it goes. Once the painting is finished, she always signs it with her nose tip, which obviously makes it an original Pigcasso. And at that stage, it's the only time that I actually write on the canvas. I write the name and sign it and date it. And that is the finale of an original Pigcasso.
And it wasn't long before Pigcasso's artwork was being noticed.
And we have a loft apartment that's actually in the barn, so people can come and stay here. And a couple from New York had booked in for the night, and I got a phone call the next morning saying they want to speak to me. So I came over and I apologized for the mess of all the artworks lying on the floor. And they said, no, we love it. And there was one in particular, a red painting, and they said, we want to buy this. How much is it? And I remember thinking, okay, well, how much is a Pigcasso worth, And I just basically said to them, listen, please make a donation to the sanctuary for what you believe this painting is worth. And they made a 7,000 Rand donation. I think that's about £500. And that was the very first artwork that was sold.
However, although Pigcasso's paintings had started selling, what would the art world think? Is it all a gimmick? Or is it art?
I'm Kato Wong. I'm an artist, art critic, and I have my own online gallery. So this is African Mask, done in 2018. What surprises me with this one is the central stripe down the middle, which looks to me like a nose. And that looks clearly like a mouth, and it's in the right place too. What I think is, this bit looks really thought out. Like, she hasn't put these splodges anywhere else, and they are next to the mouth. So that suggests to me that this is the energy of words. So I think I think that position is quite interesting. So this does seem like quite a considered form. This does remind me of a lot of abstract artists. I think the first obvious artist that springs to mind would be Francis Bacon, because Francis Bacon spent a lot of his career depicting people and their relationships.
I love that as well, because you got the bacon.
You like the bacon? Oh, no, it wasn't intended. I'm not that clever. You know, this is the interesting thing about Picasso. It doesn't matter whether you like her or not. What matters is that she poses a question that challenges our assumption about the creativity, intelligence of not only animals, but humans. In my opinion, again, it doesn't matter whether you like her art. What matters is that she clearly is an artist because she's absorbed in her process. She loves her work and she's energetic, just like any human artist, so she's just the same.
With the art world now taking note, Pigcasso's art has become increasingly more popular.
She sold a incredible artwork that was called Wild and Free for £20,000. It was more about saying, wow, a painting by a non-human artist, in this case Picasso, has a lot of value, and it is art, and it does have a value in today's society and in the art world. I think she's an amazing individual, creative animal, and the fact that this little pig that would have been slaughtered at 6 months of age and become a piece of bacon sandwich that nobody would have given 2 seconds thought about has actually created artworks that have inspired people all over the world is amazing. I get goosebumps just talking about it, and I just think she's so special and so extraordinary, unique. I'm proud of her. I have a great deal of respect for her, and I'm so grateful that we have this project that can inspire people to think differently about farm animals.